everyone, welcome to New IAS Daily Current Affairs program. Today on 10th January 2019, we will be dealing with the topics Web Wonder Women, the 124th Constitutional Amendment Bill, Raising a Dialogue, Tokenization. For the map session, we will be dealing with South China Sea, and last we have PQRS. So coming to the very first topic, that is Web Wonder Women. So it is a topic from the governance part, and this is a campaign which is aimed to discover and celebrate the exceptional achievements of women who have been driving positive agenda of social changes via the social media, and it was launched by the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Alright, and as I said, it aims to recognize the fortitude of Indian women stalwarts from across the globe who have used the power of social media to create a positive change in the society. Alright, and this campaign is to recognize and acknowledge the efforts of meritorious women which had a meaningful impact in the society. And entries have been invited through enrollment from all over the world according to the prescribed standard in the campaign, and the eligibility criteria is that they should be an Indian origin women working or settled anywhere in the world. They are eligible for nomination. It should be an Indian origin women working or settled anywhere in the world. And the shortlisted entries will be open for public voting on Twitter, and the finalists will be selected by a specialized panel of judges. A specialized panel of judges will be selecting the shortlisted entries. Alright, and nominations have been invited in a large number of categories including media, literature, health, sports, then fashion, many other fields are incorporated. Alright, so that's about the first topic, Web Wonder Women campaign. And coming to the second topic, that is the 124th Constitutional Amendment Bill from the polity part. So the 124th Constitutional Amendment Bill, which was passed by the Lok Sabha, was cleared in the Rajya Sabha too, and it will come into force after receiving the presidential assent. So what is this 124th Constitutional Amendment Bill all about? It is to provide 10% reservation in education and government jobs for economically weak people across caste and religion. Alright, so it is to provide 10% reservation in jobs and education for economically weaker sections of the general category. And the legislation seeks to break a new ground by amending the constitution to provide for quotas on the basis of economic deprivation apart from the criteria of social or educational backwardness. The economic deprivation is considered as a criteria from now. Alright, so being a constitutional amendment bill, it will have to be passed by both the houses of parliament by a special majority of 2/3 of the members present and voting, which should not be less than 1/2 of the total strength of the house. You might have studied this in your polity classes. This is the method of passing the bill and passing the constitutional amendment bill. And the bill is brought to fulfill the commitments under the directive principles of state policy listed in Article 46 of the Constitution, which urges the government to protect the educational and economic interest of the weaker sections of society. So, it fulfills the Article 46 of the Constitution, that is the Directive Principles of State Policy, and the bill also amends Article 15 of the Constitution by adding a clause to provide reservation to economically weaker sections for admission to educational institution, including private educational institution, whether aided or unaided by the state, other than the minority educational institutions. Alright, so the bill amends Article 15, and the bill also amends Article 16 of the Constitution, which provide for the reservation to people from economically weaker section in government post. Alright, and since reservation is geared for economically deprived sections among general categories, the criteria for eligibility include family income and size of land holdings. Alright, the eligibility criteria include family income and the size of land holding. So, it is to all those who are not covered in existing quotas and have a family income below 8 lakhs a year or agricultural land below 5 acres. Those categories of people are eligible to apply to this. Okay, they will get reservation who have an income below 8 lakhs a year or agricultural land below 5 acres. Those who have a house above 1000 square feet or 100 yards plot or above in a notified municipal area, or if it is 200-yard plot or above in a non-notified municipal area, are not eligible for reservation. For this, the state ratification are required or not was the question. So, the government will not have to wait for ratification by state assemblies to implement the Constitution Amendment Bill. For implementing this bill, and the Parliament can alter Part 3 of the Constitution without ratification by the states. But the Parliament requires ratification of half of the state assemblies that are listed under Clause 2 of Article 368, that is subclause A to E. Alright, those categories require the ratification by half of the state assemblies, which include like the provisions which require state ratification include like to make changes in the list in the 7th schedule of the Constitution, or it proposes to change the representation of states in Parliament, or any provision of the Article 368 itself. All these provisions require state ratification. Okay. So, the 124th Constitutional Amendment Bill, if not for prelims, it is really important for mains. So, you have to make an analysis note, like including whom does it benefit, what are the advantages, or if there are any constraints or flaws in the bill. All these should be incorporated, and you have to make an analysis of the 124th Constitutional Amendment Bill. Alright, so coming to the next topic, that is about Raisina Dialogue. The 2019 Raisina Dialogue begins in New Delhi. So, it is Raisina Dialogue is an annual multilateral conference on the challenging issues which faces the global community. Alright. So, it is an annual conference on the challenging issues which the global community faces, and this dialogue is India's flagship annual geopolitical and geostrategic conference. Alright, and Observer Research Foundation in collaboration with Ministry of External Affairs is carrying out this Raisina Dialogue, and this dialogue is remarked for its multi-stakeholder cross-sectoral discussion which involves the heads of state, cabinet ministers, local government officials, as well as major private sector executives, then members of the media, academics, all those are involved in this. So, it is a multi-stakeholder program, and where they will offer their vision and propose solutions that will serve us all in the decades ahead. Alright, and this Raisina Dialogue is designed on the lines of Shangri-La Dialogue, and similar to this, Gateway of India Dialogue, which is held in collaboration with Mumbai-based think tank Gateway House, is also there, and it will focus on economic diplomacy with an aim to make India a manufacturing hub. Alright, so that's about Raisina Dialogue. And coming to the next topic from the economy part, that is about tokenization. So, the Reserve Bank of India has allowed tokenization of debit, credit and prepaid card transaction to enhance the safety of the digital payments in the country. Alright, so you all do online transactions, right? So, tokenization involves masking payment credentials with a token which is then used to perform transactions. Alright, so this tokenization will mask the payment credentials with a token. It's a code. Alright, and according to RBI, customers cannot be charged for availing this tokenization service. So we have to discuss what this tokenization is all about in detail. So as I said, tokenization is the process of replacing the sensitive data with a unique identification symbols or characters that retain all the essential information about the data without compromising on its security. Alright, so it will replace the sensitive information in a card, or like in your debit card or credit card. All those information will be replaced with a unique identification symbol or characters or codes. So in this payments, it will involves generating an alphanumeric code, or that code is a token corresponding to card details such as the personal account number, CVV number, using an application. So all those numbers will be converted to alphanumeric codes. Alright, so how does this work? The debit or credit card holder can create a code for any sum of money using an application, and they need to specify the amount, the merchant type and expiry of the token. And the code or this token is shared with the merchant, who can get the corresponding payment for the item sold. Alright, so you need to only share the token with the merchant, and thus it will secure your digital payment transactions. So what are the advantages of this tokenization? As I said, it ensures data security as sensitive informations are masked during a transaction. Alright, so it improves the data security, and it eliminates the storage of payment data such as credit card numbers in the POS machines and internal system. All those storage can be eliminated, and it is difficult to obtain credentials of a customer even if the fraudster get hold of the token. Alright, even if a fraud person get the token of your card, he will not be able to obtain the credentials. And since multiple tokens are issued for the same card payment on different platforms, it adds another comfort of security. Alright, that's about it. And coming to map aided program, so today we will be seeing South China Sea. So in the figure, you can see the extent of South China Sea. And talking about South China Sea, it is a marginal sea that is part of Pacific Ocean that extends from the Strait of Malacca in the southwest to the Strait of Taiwan in the northeast. Alright, it is a part of marginal sea which is a part of Pacific Ocean, and the countries which surround the South China Sea are China, Taiwan, Philippines, then Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, Singapore and Vietnam. All these are the countries which surround the South China Sea. They are China, Taiwan, Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, Singapore, Indonesia and Vietnam. So always this South China Sea issue and all these matters are in news. And South China Sea, they contain lucrative fisheries that are crucial for the food security of millions of people in the Southeast Asia, and it is a rich source of hydrocarbons and natural resources. So it is said that global trade worth more than $5 trillion pass through South China Sea every year, and the South China Sea has been a conflict-ridden area due to the territorial claims by different countries in that region. And so you might be knowing about the islands which are in the South China Sea, during that issue all these were in news. So there are two groups of islands in the South China Sea. They are the Paracels Islands and the Sparkly Islands. Paracels Islands is in the northwest corner of the sea. It is claimed by China, Vietnam and Taiwan. And the Sparkly Islands are located to the southeast corner of the sea, and these are claimed by Taiwan, Vietnam, Philippines, China and Malaysia. Alright, So the major group of islands include Paracels Islands and Spratly Islands. Coming to PQRS, that is previous year question revision series. So the question is, in India, in which of the following types of forest is teak a dominant tree species? A. Tropical moist deciduous forest. B. Tropical rainforest. C. Tropical thorn scrub forest. And D is temperate forest with grassland. So this is a question from 2015 prelims. It's a really simple question. So it's a direct question from the NCERT. If you have read the +1 geography NCERT, Indian geography, it is directly from that, and I hope you know the answer. You need much explanations, right? So it's talking about teak, right? So it can't be found in thorn forest or temperate forest with grasslands. It's not found in grassland, and it is found, the tropical moist teaks are found in the tropical moist deciduous forest, and these tropical moist deciduous forests are found in the Sahyadris, the northeastern parts of the peninsula, and along the foothills of Himalayas. So, like tropical deciduous forest, they are of two types, that is tropical moist deciduous forest and tropical dry deciduous forest. And they are the most widespread in India, that is tropical deciduous forest. And the moist deciduous forest, they have a rainfall of about 100 to 200 centimeter, and as I said, they are found in the foothills of Himalayas, eastern slope of Western Ghats. All these are the major locations where you can find tropical moist deciduous forest. The major trees which you can find in tropical moist deciduous forest are teak, sal, sandalwood, then amla, shisham, etc. Alright, and talking about dry deciduous, tropical dry deciduous forest, they have a rainfall of about 100 to 70 to 100 centimeter, and the major trees include palas, bale, kher. All these are the major type of trees which you can find in this dry deciduous forest. And talking about thorn forest, they are found in the semi-arid regions of southwest Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat regions, and the major trees found in these are neem, babool, bear, date palm. All these can be found in the thorn forest. Okay, so you have to read the NCERT, and you have to know the regions in which the dry deciduous, then tropical rainforest, thorn forest, all these are seen, and the major type of trees, flora, fauna which you can find in these forests. All right. So the answer for the question is, like teak can be found in tropical moist deciduous forest. Option A is the answer. So that's it for today. With that, we wind up today's session. Thank you for watching.